first week back, and the first thing you do is bloody forget to upload. Hey guys, I am really sorry. I'm hoping nobody knows the time this is uploaded, but basically it's somewhere near 2 o'clock in the morning on the following day, and I don't know why it wasn't uploaded in time. I am so sorry. I have a really terrible memory. The funny thing is that both Mike and Jess reminded me yesterday being the Monday, so the day before yesterday, to upload, but obviously I forgot. So I thought I'd upload anyway, and hope nobody notices, and hope that this educational video might kind of balance things out a little bit. I thought I'd do this video, as it is Science Week, on memory, because I have a very terrible one. Now, the funny thing about memory is that there are actually two distinct types, as you probably know. There is both short-term memory and long-term. How it works is that your short-term memory remembers things for approximately a few seconds to a few minutes, based on exactly how active your brain is and how much sort of exercise you mentally put it through. You can retain very, very, very small amounts of information. This can be like names, places, images, strict lists of objects or items, or just lists, and locations, dates, numbers. Anything which you can retain very simply, like sort of that you can sort of look at and like that memorize. Long-term memory, on the other hand, is pretty much anything longer than that, and it kind of fits into this sort of bundle, and there is a unlimited capacity for long-term memory. Short-term memory is extremely limited in how many little bits of information you can store at one time. Well, the really funny thing about short-term memory is that, in fact, you can actually improve it dramatically just by doing a process called chunking. Now, chunking, basically, you can take, say, a string of numbers. This is just an example, say, a telephone number, and this one puts a string of 10 numbers in front of you. You probably are going to have a hard time remembering, like that, exactly what all the numbers are. But if you break it down into sets of, say, 3 numbers with an extra one somewhere in there, so, say, 2 sets of 3 and a set of 4, it's actually a lot easier to remember, because you're sort of remembering 3 separate sequences, and it's sort of less work for your brain to do, because you can multitask it. Short-term memory is basically all at the very sort of front of the brain. It's in the frontal lobe, and so as a result, you tend to find when people go through a certain amount of, take sort of brain damage, etc., from accidents, and the front of their head is impeded in some way, or if they get hit on the front of the head, that tends to be when you have things like amnesia having effect, because it's the front that's damaged, and so your short-term memory is also impeded, and your ability to recall things and remember things over a short period of time is also impeded. Long-term memory, on the other hand, is actually spread out throughout the brain, and as a result allows the human body to retain its memory even through damage. There's actually a part of the brain called the hippocampus. Now, I can't recall exactly where it is because it's somewhere in the centre of your head, which I can't really point to, but basically this allows you to change your short-term memory into long-term memory. It's kind of like a converter. It doesn't actually store any memory itself, but what it will do is it allow you to take things that you might only remember over a few seconds or a few minutes, and it puts it into long-term memory. And this obviously happens quite a lot, because we're always learning from experiences around us. People who have limited attention spans, so people with ADHD and that sort of thing, typically it's found that the hippocampus, part of the brain, is actually kind of semi-impeded, and that's part of what causes it. So, I hope you found that very interesting and very educational and very informative. That's me out for now. Hopefully I'll actually remember to get it up on time next week. Apologies again. Bye-bye.